I can't believe I'm actually doing this and I'm the one in the front of the camera, but welcome to the Timeline to Timeline podcast. Woo! If this is the first time you've ever seen my face or come across my page, hi, I'm Brooklyn. I'm a 21-year-old wedding videographer and content creator based in Kansas. I have actually been in the wedding industry for 5 years today, and so I thought for my 5-year anniversary, I needed to do something big. So what better way to celebrate that than doing a wedding podcast? So I actually came up with this idea a couple months ago, but didn't know if I was gonna actually really execute it. But I was thinking, it's my 5 years, I need to do something big. So I was like, let's do it. I've had this name, Timeline to Timeline, kind of in the back of my head for a couple months. Again, wasn't really sure if I was going to use it, but I was like, it's too good not to use. Obviously, the timeline of a wedding to the timeline of a video, you get me. Probably not if you're not a wedding editor, but you're gonna learn with this podcast, don't you guys even worry. So this podcast is literally for anyone. If you're just a random mom that's driving down the road listening to this podcast in the morning, or if you're a bride that is actually getting ready to book your wedding, trying to find industry professionals, or you just want to listen to a 21-year-old blab about the wedding industry, you are in the right space. So all in all, I'm really just hoping that this podcast is not only fun, but also educational for anybody that needs help in the industry. If you're also a videographer, if you're also a content creator, or like I said, if you're just a bride that needs help with picking out her colors, I hope this podcast is for you. So this is kind of like my pilot TV show episode because I'm not sure how well this is going to go over or if people are actually going to listen to me yap about the wedding industry. But I'm hoping to have some special guests on here to talk about their experiences. If you want to learn from other industry professionals, anything like that. I have my first guest lined up and I'm so excited for you guys to hear from her because I absolutely adore her and I feel like she's going to be very educational for this podcast in a way that this is the way that I want it to go. So this is not going to be your 45-minute podcast, bore you out to death. I'm going to try to keep these under 15 minutes, even under 10 minutes if I can, but I just want each episode to have a topic of what I talk about or what me and my special guest talk about because I want it to be short, simple, sweet, to the point. I'm also a 21-year-old Gen Zer who only watches podcasts on TikToks, which are clips of podcasts. And so I really don't have an attention span either. So that's why I was like, I'm going to make these short, simple, sweet, to the point for anybody who's on the other side of the phone watching this. If anyone's actually watching this, which I'm hoping somebody is, hey. So like I said, I'm not sure how many times I'm going to post one of these. I'm hoping this goes well. That's why I'm doing a little tester episode just to see how well this actually goes. So if there's anybody in the industry that you would like to hear from specifically, comment them below and I will see if we can set something up because like I said, I'm so excited for you guys to hear from my first guest. I just thought I could take my love for yapping and my love for weddings and combine the two and just be able to sit here and talk to a camera, which usually I'm behind the camera, but this might be fun. I don't know. I wanted to be a YouTuber when I was growing up, so I used to set up my phone and talk to myself all the time. But now that I'm actually posting this, I'm like scared that like, I don't want to watch myself. I don't even like listening to myself when I make TikToks, so we'll see how this goes. I'm so excited to share the Timeline to Timeline podcast with you. It's been months brewing and I'm so excited to finally pull the trigger on it and share this with you guys. So I will see you guys in episode 2 and thank you so much for watching the first episode of the Timeline to Timeline podcast. Bye.